Hi, my name is Celine Brahel and I'm from Ireland.
How was life like before technology?
Well, life was much more simple before a lot of technology. I remember when there were no telephones. I remember having the first television in our town, and it was just black and white, and life was certainly much more simple then. But there were disadvantages obviously too. Life has become more efficient, but it's not necessarily better. You know, certainly some things are better, but you know, there were good things then too.
How has technology improved the way you live or communicate?
It has improved it insofar as it's easier to keep in touch with people. I have a son who lives here in the States. I have a sister who lives in Italy, and you know, I can contact them every day if I want to. Whereas before it would have been by letter, which would have taken, you know, maybe a week or something to get there. And so I can phone them, I can email them, can text. You know, there are lots of different ways of communicating now. So from that point of view, it's much easier, much better.
Do you think technology is cheaper now than it was before when it first came out?
It is, yeah. I think everything improves, you know, everything is more refined as time goes on, and the cost of everything, well, it should generally come down. So definitely it's been getting cheaper.
Do you think it's more affordable for the common man? Like for anybody?
It is, yeah. Yeah, it is, and you know, there are always packages, you know, from time to time you can get your phone, your TV, your computer, everything in a package now, whereas before probably everything was individual. So getting a package can certainly reduce things.
Does it make you feel uncomfortable how fast technology is moving and how it's improving?
Well, I just accept that, you know, I can't keep up with it. You know, I don't really work you know, in the world of technology, but in my own area I would certainly try and keep up, but it moves so fast, yeah.
Since you're a librarian, how has technology changed the way people use the library?
Well, the library used to be just for books, but it has changed it totally. Books are only maybe 40% of what we issue now. It has changed how we actually take in books and check out books. It can be done by just a small little piece of technology in each book, and it can be automatically checked in and out as people go in and out. You don't need staffing, you know, have reduced the number of staff we need.
Do you use technology that has advanced over time?
Yes, I do. Well, I use a cell phone all the time, and I would update my phone. I don't use it for internet because I have a computer at home and I have a computer at work, so I find I don't really need to do that. But yeah, I keep up to date with most technology.
Do you find it frustrating when technology doesn't go your way?
Absolutely.
Like earlier when we had to reshoot this because our camera didn't record sound.
Yeah, but I think you come to expect it with technology. It's one of the disadvantages.
Do you think that it is human error or is it the technology's error if something goes wrong?
It's a bit of both, but very often it's human technology. A human error can be the cause.
Yeah.
People either not knowing how to operate something correctly.
The camera.
Yeah, like the camera.
Do you think there's a limit to how far we should go with technology?
No, I don't. I think it's. I think technology is wonderful. I think advancement is wonderful, but I think there have to be limits. I can't see that because it's too far away. Oh, that should be a limit.
Do you think there is a limit to how far we should go with technology?
Yes, I definitely think there are limits to how far we should go with technology. One good example is our violation of the Fourth Amendment, which is cruel and unusual punishment, charging innocent citizens for minor crimes like passing a red light, which would normally cost from $80 to $100 on a ticket if a police officer gives it to you. But if a technological camera sitting on top of the cross-section of the intersection, yes, then the ticket goes up fivefold, and that's an example of cruel and unusual punishment.
How do you feel about that?
It's a violation of Big Brother looking down your shoulder all the time too.
I think it's really a hard look. I think if you go through a red light, you know what's going to happen. I mean, I hate Big Brother. I hate to think that there is always a camera on you, no matter where you are. I don't think that's right. But at the same time, I think, rules are there, you know what they are, and if you deliberately, or whatever, if you break them, you know what the penalty is going to be.
What about the saying, rules are meant to be broken?
Well, certainly rules are meant to be broken, but if there aren't laws in communities, chaos can reign. If somebody thinks that they can break a red light, that they won't get a fine if they go through a red light, then more people are going to go through red lights.
What is your opinion on Facebook?
Facebook, I don't like Facebook because I find it intrusive. I find it very difficult. If you subscribe to it, it's very difficult to unsubscribe, and it drives me crazy getting all these emails saying people want to be my friend, and I just feel it's invasive.
How do you feel about genetically modified food?
I don't like the idea of it, and I wouldn't support it. I wouldn't buy it, and I wouldn't eat it, and I think nature should be allowed to just to run its own course, and to I don't believe in interfering with nature. I think it leads to problems.
How do you feel about pharmaceutical companies?
Ooh, I have a bit of an issue with pharmaceutical companies. I think just to generalize, and I realize that they do some very good things, I think they exploit people, and I think there are a lot of ethical issues attached to pharmaceutical companies. You've got to take the good and the bad, but certainly, I think making money is probably one of their big issues, their big goals.
Do you think people's values are constantly changing, and do you think it's going to change over time?
I think they're changing constantly, definitely. I think technology has played a big part in that, and will continue to do so. I think we need to stop though and reevaluate very often, and not to get carried away by things, by the unimportant things in life. And technology can be used in beneficial ways or in negative ways. So I think if we continue to reevaluate that we can use technology for the best, and we can take all the good things from it and improve our lives.